Ghostbusters Afterlife is a sequel to the two original Ghostbusters that came out in the 80s. Yeah, 80s. And it is also a reboot. It's a requel, I guess you could say. It's a rebooted sequel. This follows the events of the second Ghostbusters, and basically Spengler's grandkids and his daughter move into his old house, and things go from there, essentially. So this is directed by Jason Reitman. Jason, that's his name, right? Yeah, Jason Reitman, son of Ivan Reitman, who directed the original Ghostbusters. Apparently, his dad was on set with him, like, literally every day while he directed this movie. And Jason Reitman has been known to do more of, like, family drama-related things, young adult, Juno. He did Up in the Air, I believe. So he's more known for dramas. And that is the first thing I will say about this movie. This is more of like a family drama than it is a Ghostbusters movie, I guess you could say. It's not, the action, comedy, horror kind of thing that the original two are. And that's really the first thing I have to say about this one. I like that it's trying to do something different. I do like that it's kind of more of this family drama with a little bit of coming of age kind of stuff sprinkled in there. I do like that they're doing something different. I absolutely do like that about this movie. Let's also talk about McKenna Grace, because she's the best part of this movie. She's absolutely wonderful in this movie. I think she's great. Finn Wolfhard is just in the movie. He really doesn't have anything to do. Carrie Coon, who's the mom, really doesn't have that much to do. Paul Rudd kind of has some stuff to do, but he really doesn't have that much to do. It really is McKenna Grace's movie. As well as this new character, Podcast, who I find absolutely annoying. Something I kind of forgot to mention about the new movie in my review yesterday, which I'm actually filming today. I find that character just absolutely annoying. Maybe it's because I just don't like podcasters, but I'm kind of one, so I don't know. I don't know. There's something about him. He's a little annoying to me. He's just constantly filming stuff and constantly putting microphones up to things, and it's just like, shut up. So yeah. I will also say there is a lot of references to the original Ghostbusters in this. To the point at times where it kind of just feels like it's there to be there and not for purpose. Not really affecting the story. That I don't like. But not always. There is a scene at Walmart. That car's loud. There is a scene at Walmart that literally, I believe when this movie came out, was literally just a commercial for Walmart. And it literally, in the movie, feels like a commercial just for Walmart in the middle of a movie. And it doesn't work for me. I hate that scene. Can't stand it. This movie does kind of feel slow, and the pacing's not so great. I'm not going to lie, rewatching this movie a second time, I stopped it about a half hour before the end of the movie because I was just kind of getting bored and I want to go to bed. So I did watch this in two parts, at night and then in the morning. Sorry, I just flicked you off. So yeah, the kind of the end finale and how it starts. This movie's been out for a while, so slight spoiler. J.K. Simmons is in this movie for 2 seconds for some reason, and I don't like what they're doing with him. What the hell is that all about? I guess J.K. Simmons was in Juno and stuff like that. I guess it makes some sense, but, like, it's just weird. It's just, okay, J.K. Simmons is there. Something I know that some people didn't like about this movie was a certain thing they do with a certain ghost, let's put it that way, at the end of this movie. Personally, I didn't mind it. I really didn't. Compared to what Marvel does with certain technology and stuff like that, I thought it worked. I really did. I thought this worked, and honestly, I got a little choked up. I didn't actually cry, but, like, I was like, oh, wow. That's an emotional moment. That's a beautiful moment. So I did like that about this movie as well. I guess what I really do like about it as well is just it is different until it isn't, because the end of this movie is also pretty much the exact same ending as the first one in a sense, except it's in the middle of Oklahoma instead of New York. People get possessed, people get turned into dogs, and there's the same baddie from the first one. It's the same ending. So it's not really original towards the end. The first part of it is really original, or feels more original, I should say. And I did like it. I'm not going to lie, though, the pacing of the movie is just a little off. And I found myself just getting slightly bored at times. And I just wished that I wasn't as bored. This movie did... I just got to the point where I was like, I need to... Oh, excuse me. I got to the point where I'm just like, I need to finish this in the morning because I'm exhausted. I don't want to watch this anymore. Was that because I was exhausted? Maybe. But I also think it's just kind of a little bit of a boring movie. And I do remember that in the theater as well. Just kind of being slightly bored by it. There's also just some really unrealistic things that happen. Like certain people pop up at the end of the movie when they're like living all over the country. And they're just all of a sudden there. Like, okay. The second one's even more unrealistic. But yeah. So, yeah. At the end of the day, guys, I don't hate this movie. I don't love it either, though. The only time I see myself rewatching this movie is if a third one were to come out. That is really the only time I think I can see myself watching it. I have not rewatched it, like I said, until last night before going to see the new one. That's really the only reason why I rewatched it. Otherwise, I wouldn't have. And I found I actually remembered pretty much everything, because the first part is kind of coming-of-age stuff. The second part, coming-of-age family stuff. The second part is literally the end of the first Ghostbusters, essentially, with a little bit of different stuff in there. So yeah, I don't love this movie. I don't hate it. It's fine. I'm going to go 5 out of 10 on this one. The chemistry between all the new people is good. There's not a lot of, there's some people just kind of there, and some characters that are annoying, like podcasts. I think Jason Reitman, you can tell he put a lot of care into this. You can tell that this is a part of his childhood. And it's fine. It's just fine. I don't love it. I don't hate it. It's just there. So yeah, that is Ghostbusters Afterlife for you, for me. Stay tuned. I will have a review of Ghostbusters and Ghostbusters 2 up in the next 2 days here. So yeah, you guys have yourself a great night. Don't do anything I wouldn't do, and we'll see you next time.